But we are out here. We are out here. We are out here.
See myself. Thank you.
Somebody gotta be able to see the screen. See the comments.
Oh yeah, because the glare. I can't see.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You know this.
Keep the windows open.
We're not opening those, Diva.
I'm not a diva. I'm just.
Yeah, you can open them. You just gotta, it's a screen. It's a screen on top of it. So you gotta open the screen and then open it up. Alright, man. Now that we got all that out the way, shout out to everybody. Posting in. Come one, come all. This is the critically acclaimed, and I put emphasis on critically. Meta House is in the building, man. We got Miss Shantae. We got the one and only Miss Shantae. I don't think y'all heard me. We got the one and only Miss Shantae.
Hi everyone. I cannot get this seat right.
I don't know.
It's cool, whatever. Good evening, everyone.
What you been up to?
I'm chilling.
Why didn't you bring me a drink?
Trying to wrap. You do that on purpose. You know you're not. Come on now. You do it on purpose. You do it just to be able to say this every time I get on here with you.
No, I don't. We have fun, though.
I am really trying to right now wrap my head around school schedules.
Oh, yeah.
It's a crazy thing.
Yep. Definitely.
Especially when you have multiple schools in the household.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that, just the whole household schedule. Inside and outside the house, your work schedule. You know what I mean?
We're working on it, though. I think that's going to be the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because when you put family together, nothing is better than family. Alright? Nobody wins when the family feuds. Alright.
Did you make that up?
Let's
Like
talk
right now.
Let's talk about it. So, what do you think gets the fights cracking between the families? Uno, dominoes, spades, or dice? What do you think gets it cracking?
Uno is highly emotional.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean to tell you, I've never seen anybody get into big arguments over spades or dominoes. Dominoes is so laid back. Like, that's my game. You do not want to put me on a spade table with you because I'm not a card player. So, but I've seen people argue. But Uno, I've seen people fight, like fist fight over Uno. Uno and Monopoly. Those two games right there will get somebody cut.
Yeah, I'm a big Uno person. I don't really play dice or spades or anything like that. But I tell you what, man, it ain't fun when you losing your money. When you losing your money, especially to a motherfucker you see every day and they bragging about that shit. Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. Listen. Uno, I've seen cats literally fist fight. Oh, we play for money.
Uno for money?
Oh, yeah. I've seen cats literally fist fight over dice. Like, literally.
I've seen that.
Like,
but
literally.
See, that's so common. You know what I mean? It's almost like part of the game. Uno, you would not think. Uno is a kid game. You see what I'm saying?
You crazy.
So to see people go at it the way they do about Uno is
when you ultra competitive, man, listen. Dice, I think dice get niggas riled up, especially when they playing for money. You know what I'm saying? Cards is another one. But to me, you're right. I'm take Uno as the number one family feud situation to get it cracking. Like, you know what I'm saying? You about ready to fight over those color cards. Like I've seen it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when you throw that last card out and then you done won between say Uno with that. Oh,
yeah.
That's another one.
Yeah.
You know? And then when somebody think you got it out for them personally, because you keep skipping or reversing or
Facts.
Man.
Kids be ready to fight. Parents be ready to fight.
My kids cry every time. One of them end up crying every time, and I do not get it. Like, it is a game.
Yeah, I know how it go, and it's like once people get into it, it's like, man, like, listen, like, what you doing? What you gonna do? So it's super competitive. When you super competitive like that, man, listen, it will go up. Niggas will draw guns and everything. Like, forget drawing four, they drawing guns. Like,
I have never been so into it like that. You know,
facts.
I play every game for fun. You know, anything I do as far as things like that, it's all for fun for me. You know,
I'm like ultra competitive. Like, I done did music battles for money. I done did Madden battles for money. Like, I'm like super ultra competitive. Like, I hate losing. Like, if you beat me and I run it back, we finna put some money down. And you beat me at that, I run it back, we finna put some more money down. You beat me, I'm gonna keep butt throwing money until
I know. We've been through this. We've been through this. At some point, we were out on the curb. You know what I mean? Like, at some point,
I'm gonna listen. I will bet the house literally. There is no ands, ifs, and buts about it. I will bet the house literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to competing, because I think men are more competitive than women, though. I don't think y'all really get into the whole making bets and placing wagers and things like that.
True.
Y'all do?
Women, it's so funny because men are very competitive. But when women are competitive like that, oh man, y'all better look out. That's just like when women in sports, I feel like they are way more competitive than men. You know, because it's like they already have to prove that they are good at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so not only that, they want to win. So they put more into it. Like, for men, it's kind of effortless. You know, I think women go way harder. And when they, you know, it's something that they really, really want, oh man, men will not win. I just really believe that a man cannot match a woman's competitiveness.
I don't know, man. Men, we super competitive.
Y'all are competitive, but y'all too emotional.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
y'all competitiveness turn into y'all fighting now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where women, they just, you know, they go so hard till, you know, they get where they need to be. And I think it's the dopest thing. But no, men, it's scary being around men doing things like that, because you never know when somebody gonna blow. And then everybody got a poker face on. So you never know what anybody's thinking. You know what I mean?
That's how it is. Like, I know all the rules of the game. Don't show too much emotion, even though I do. But I think it's just the competitive nature in us. Like, we want to win. Nobody wants to lose pride, brownie points. Nobody wants to lose money.
Where is this stuff coming from? Whoever said that was you know what I mean? Like, that's what I don't get.
I don't do nothing for free. Like, if I'm playing against people, I don't do it for free.
Yeah, but how do you get your emotions so involved in a game?
Because money is involved. The money, anytime money's involved, it ups the ante. It ups the ante. You know, it's like basketball. Everybody is competing hard because at the end of the year, they want to hold that championship trophy. So that's what it's like. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's about you don't get your rep. It's like you don't get your weight up in the hood unless you put in work. So when you're doing these competitive games like Uno, like dice, like spades, you putting in the work. You want to be, oh man.
So you win it. Uno.
You don't want to mess with him, man. That man is the king of the Uno board, man. You don't want to mess with him, man.
Now I can see children having that argument.
Adults have that argument, man.
But
Listen, you see how I be walking around here bragging like, man, I ain't lost yet in this house. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about? To 2 11-year-olds and 2 7-year-olds and me. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Like, who cares?
I do.
Oh my God. No.
I do.
I don't see
That's important to me.
It should
You
be
know what
out
I'm
of
saying?
fun. It should all be done out of fun.
Nah, man, I don't do that out of fun stuff, man. The reason why is because out of fun, neither one. The reason why it's out of fun because you know you go through and you experience them things like you just want to have fun, you know. But at the same time, when money on the line, when bragging rights on the line, when everything you putting your all into it, you know what I'm saying? You don't care who you playing against. I could be playing against Junior. God dang it, I want to win.
If no one knows, that's the oldest of his youngest two. So he's like 4, you know.
I don't care.
It's a shame.
You know how they was in Roscoe Jenkins when they had the little the course at the end, the obstacle course, and they was over there stepping on all the little kids and stuff, Martin and Cedric. Oh yeah, that's how it be in real life. That's how it is. All right, so look, I'm finna start some stuff with you. Your mama side, your daddy side fighting. Who you helping? Family Feud. Who you helping? Who you helping? Your mama side, your daddy side getting it in.
I would probably help my daddy's side because my mama's side's some monsters. I mean, I feel like they probably would need the help on the other side. I mean, I love both sides of my family, but one side is just a little bit more, you know.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't see my daddy's side. So, I don't know them dudes and them people. So, I'm definitely gonna help my mama's side. And come to think about it, I don't know too many on that side either. So, it's like, I don't know, man. The best side win. That's how I feel. But,
No, you gotta choose.
huh?
You can't say you made the best side win.
I'm gonna help Willie's side because I don't know Tony's side like that. I don't know them people. I mean, I know them, but I don't know them.
Just
You know
don't
what I'm
let
saying?
them fight.
No, I'm gonna let them fight. Yes. What do you mean?
Because I mean, at the end of the day, everybody gonna be looking at you.
Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with it. If you fighting, you fight. Now, I'm gonna sit back and watch on whose side need the help the most.
Mm-hmm. I already know.
Whoever side need help the most.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't know my daddy's side of the family like that. I know a couple cousins, and you know, I know a couple cousins, but my mama's side, my mama ain't really got a lot of family. So, well, yes, she do. They're wearing few in between too. So I guess I'm gonna go with the one that put in the most work with me throughout my life. That's how I'm gonna pick the side. That's how I'm gonna pick the side. You know what I'm saying? Whatever parent that was there the most, that's how I'm gonna pick the side. You know what I'm saying? But you ever see, listen, I don't too much get into the fights. Like when siblings be fighting, I just let them fight. I be instigating.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably the one that started the fight anyway. So
Facts.
you know,
I'm an instigator. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie. I love seeing people fight. You know, and but now
I hate that.
Why?
I hate to see people fight, especially black people. I hate it.
Come on, man.
And
Don't put the race card in this.
I'm
Come
serious.
on.
Like
Come
I
on,
just
man.
hate to say, like when you see all of those videos with, especially like school age, high school kids. Oh my god.
Man, let them kids fight.
I do not like.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because if my kids, any of my kids, run from a fight, they are labeled a punk for the rest of their school career. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be the punk because that's who's gonna get picked on every single day. So if my kid if I ever even hit, even if you lost, at least you stood there and took it. But if you come home and tell me that you ran from a fight, I'll be at your school tomorrow. We gonna pull up. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna tell the other kid, you know what I'm saying, you either gonna fight him or you gonna fight me. That's what I'm gonna tell my kid. You either gonna fight that kid or you gonna fight me. That's how it's supposed to be. That's the old school way of doing it. Tell your
Yeah, but
kids.
you're not in the old school no more. And you
Why
have
not?
to think about a lot of times today, that back in our days, that made sense. That was all the sense
It
in the
still
world.
makes
You do
sense.
not, it makes sense, but you are not dealing with the same, you're not dealing with the same you're not dealing with the same children anymore. The same generation of children no more. You know what I mean? Being trying to, people lose their lives like that more and more today.
Listen,
Kids lose their lives like that, trying not to be punked or trying not to be bullied and stuff like
man,
that. So
listen.
I think that you gotta teach your kids to have common sense, but then at the same time to be able to defend themselves. You have to teach
That's the
them.
cost of the game. It's the cost of the game. Like,
I mean, don't say it so nonchalant like it.
nah,
It's not even funny.
I ain't
Like, you pissing me off
I-
right now.
I ain't saying it like that. What I'm saying, okay, this is what I'm saying. Let me explain, because I don't want to piss you off. Let me
Because
explain.
we got too many kids for you to be sitting there like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's the name of the game. So
No,
now you
no,
gonna send them out there.
No.
And then,
What I'm saying is, you don't hear too much, you know what I'm saying, about, well, I take that back. You kind of do. Kids are going to fight.
True. But
I'm not going to
fighting
be
is
mad at
different
my
today.
kid for fighting, but I am going to be mad that if he ran from a fight, especially if it was a one-on-one fight. I think kids, a lot of times, even in the house, even in this house, kids fight. They fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I think it's not even more so of running. I think it's standing up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, if you feel like you are in a lose-lose situation, yeah, then you have to do what you have to do, run. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, because you're right. People ain't taking ass whoopings this day and age.
And they
Kids
definitely
are
do not care that you bring in
But
your
you
parents.
also, the same way that you say kids can't take whoopings, you have kids who are committing suicide from being bullied.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like-
saying. You have to teach them more than just what we grew up with. You know what I mean? Now we grew up with, don't you come, if you come in this house and I find out you lost that fight, you gonna get your butt beat and then you gonna go back out there and fight again. They pulling up to the school. You gonna fight them one-on-one or you gonna fight me? All of those things made sense back then and they worked back then because that was back then. You are not dealing with the same. You're not dealing with the same issues.
I didn't
So
mind.
it's like you have to teach your kids on the highest scale of thinking when it comes to standing up for themselves, fights, being bullied and stuff, pressured and stuff like that, because people lose their lives.
That's how you became tough, though. Fighting with your brothers and sisters, though. Fighting with your cousins. Fighting with people around you. That's. Listen. Them fights get ugly. I'm gonna tell you. Them fights get ugly, especially when you're doing the dozens, when you're doing the mama jokes.
Oh man.
Man, listen, this is how we learn to do the dozens. When you into it with your brothers and sisters and y'all carry that energy, man, listen, you can go to school and take on anybody, because, my sisters and my brothers was ruthless. Like, we did the dozens like it was nobody's business. So I think that's another thing. Nothing brings the family together than the dozens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real ratchet, but it works. It works.
Except for my kids. My kids really.
Man.
Boy, I don't know. That doesn't skip this generation.
I'm telling you the truth, 'cause they be terrible, boy. They be terrible. They hold your mama joints. And then the other one got the nerve to really be mad. Like, bro, like, it really sounds like a compliment. You see what I'm saying? Like, they terrible. They cannot cap it all.
All right. The art of courting. Let me ask you, do you think the art of courting is dead? Do you feel like people don't know how to court in this day and age?
I do not feel like it's dead. I just think that people have to want to do that. Where way back when it was necessary. You know, it's almost like you had to. Men knew they had to court a woman. Women felt like they knew they had to be courted. So that was the way. Now, you know, I feel like it's, you know, specific people looking for specific things that does courting. Because everything today is just hook up, sneaky link, you know, and see where it go from here, go with the flow. You know, nobody really pay attention to stuff, you know, courting and things like that. We're not, because I don't feel like people are thinking in the first place. A lot of people, I'm not saying everybody, I don't think that a lot of people are thinking in the first place on long-term basis when they are dating. You know what I mean? It's just like what's happening right now.
What if that is a way of courting though?
Huh?
The sneaky link ups and what is that a form of courting?
I don't think so.
I mean, don't you have to court someone in order to get to that point?
I mean, what do you need to know but a number in a place to link up?
No, because what I'm saying is you got to have some sort of courting to get to that point of someone wanting to go to that route.
Yeah, so basically, you sitting with your homeboy and his girl, y'all eyeballing each other. Then he leave the room and y'all switch numbers. Now y'all sneaky linking. That's the courting phase. That's courting.
Yeah, y'all looked at each other's eyes and y'all knew.
That's courting.
In a sense.
No, it's not.
In a sense, it's courting.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's It's bogus courting, but in a sense,
we're not gonna call it bogus courting. Like it still counts. It's not courting at all. You see what I'm saying? Like there's no substance to what you just did.
I think a sneaky link is a form of courting because you knew, you know. I think people who do that, the thrill seeking. I think that's a form of courting. It's a thrill. Like it is to some people, sneaky links are exciting to them. You know what I'm saying? So let's go through all of this to make this happen. Let's sneak around. Let's do this. Let's go get a hotel. Let's go do this. In a way, it's a form of courting. Like I'm courting you. I want this so bad that I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to jump through whatever hoops. I know you got someone, so I'm going to just still put my bid in. It's a form of courting. I'm not going to say it's an acceptable form of courting, but it's a form of courting.
I say for a select few, maybe. You sound like you mastered the art of
sneaky linking. No, I haven't, because I think, to me, courting, I think a lot of relationships last when you put the work in. Like, there's 3 forms of courting to me in my eyes. It's when you getting to know the person, when you get with the person, and when you want to keep being with the person. It's 3 different forms of courting. Like
forms of courting or levels of courting.
I guess you could say levels.
Because that still sounds like, you know,
like
just a process of being with somebody.
What is courting to you though?
But I'm saying like courting is, you know, going into dating with a purpose. Dating someone with a purpose, an expected outcome. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
So you already know that you are not out here just looking to hook up. So you are not looking for people that just want to hook up. You know what I mean? You want to get to know people. You want to know how they are in family settings. You know what I mean? There's so many other things so many things that you want to know about a person. And, you know, you expect in the end that this person could potentially turn into something long term. Whereas sneaky link, you know what you're finna do. You already know the expected outcome. You know this person has someone. Potentially you have someone as well. Y'all hooking up knowing y'all should not hook up. Everything that's done in the dark is going to definitely come to light. Now what?
Well, my thing is, with courting, you gotta know what you want. You have to know what you want. You have to know what it is that you want, what it is you're trying to accomplish with courting. You can't just come in like, I think courting is about respect too. You gotta have a certain level of respect when you're courting. What is your purpose for this? Why are you going so hard for this? What is the end all of this?
But then, you know, I don't know. You know, today the way people are, people will do all of that and still be on BS. You know what I mean?
Wow.
People will literally take you through all of that just to get into a committed relationship, just to take you down a whole rabbit hole.
Take you through all of what?
Courting, getting to know you, you know, showing you that, you know, they're interested in you, like genuinely interested. Showing you that they are, you know, interested in you with a purpose. You know, all the sweet stuff, all the nice stuff, all the taking your time and getting to know each other. And then finally y'all get there and it's just, it changes.
But it's a reason that they're doing that though. It's a reason that they're doing all that though.
Just to play the game.
What
I feel
game?
like a lot of people are just, you know, playing a game
I got a question. Why is it a game? How is it a game if a person is putting in time and effort and spending money
and then they
doing all these things? Why is it a game?
And then they get the person, and then you find out, you know, now that you know, you are interested in this person. Now y'all dating, y'all in a so-called committed relationship. Now you find out this person is cheating. Y'all was never, you know, y'all were never exclusive, you know, and then it's a bunch of lies, gaslighting, and manipulation and stuff like that. I mean, it was a game. It was a whole game.
I don't know. I don't know if it was a game. Because you don't go through all of that just to say that it was a game.
Over and over again, especially when you showing this person all of this with no intentions of really committing yourself to what you're building. Like, you literally halfway build something and then knock it all down. You see what I'm saying? Like, that to me
well,
is
we're
like,
thinking of two different things, because again, if a person is putting in all that time and effort, it's not a game to them. You know what I'm saying? Unless they got it like that. Like me personally, I know if I don't have it like that, I'm not going all out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going all out because I feel like, where's this gonna go? Why am I going so hard for something I feel like is not gonna go anywhere? So as a man, it is up to us to put in the work to get to what we're trying to do. I'm not here to waste nobody's time. That's how I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was thinking in the process. Like, I'm not going through all of this for nothing. Like, women now.
Yeah, but you saying this with 2 and 3 women at once. Like, it don't make sense to me. You putting all of this time and effort in with more than one woman, and you expecting everything that you have put in with all of these different women in them individual relationships.
There's a limit on how many people you can court at once.
But why court all of the? See what I'm saying? Like, for me, courting means that you have you are expecting to be with this person and this person only.
Why? What?
You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're just dating, so you can date as many people you want to, but you know, to really sit, and you really don't have to. When you're just dating, you don't really have to put much into it. You could date, you know, you could be wherever you want to be. You know what I mean? But when you're really, really courting somebody, you're not, you know, it's more than just hooking up, going out, partying, then sleeping together and all that good stuff. You know, you are like literally taking your time to get to know this person with the expectations of being in a monogamous relationship with that person. You don't feel that way? Am I thinking wrong about courting? Like, please, somebody tell me.
No, I think when you're courting, it's not a limit on how many people you can court at once. It's not a limit. It's not a limit. With courting though, I think it is a sense of you want to find that person for you.
So you do
want
all
to
of
find
this.
that person.
So then, okay, so you do all of this with multiple people.
Who?
And
I
then,
did? Yeah.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying, like in general, you do all of this courting with multiple people.
Mm.
You have built something, you know, with all of these people. Now, what do? You just keep building with all of them, or now you start the process of elimination. But then, how does that happen, and how long does that take?
I think you keep going, and they eventually weed themselves out.
So you just going around using everybody until they tap out.
Okay, but what am I using though?
I mean, it's like
what am I getting
you can't
from these? What am I getting from these that
if you have whole committed relationships with more than you are, because you're not giving any one of them the whole you.
But
everybody is getting.
What am I getting from them that says
everything? Because
I am a user.
Obviously, they are giving a whole relationship to you, where you are giving a piece of a relationship to them because you have other people that you have built a whole relationship with.
I don't know about that. And I'll tell you why I don't know about that. Because if that's the case, we're both using each other then.
Okay, so if you're courting somebody and you find out that that person that you're courting is also courting other people, you're okay with that? You're going to keep on going with that?
Am I okay with that? No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not okay with that.
So you're courting somebody with the expectations that they are going to be courting you and only you, and they're going to be committed to you and loyal to you and with you and only you.
Or maybe that person is courting because he knows he's going to be able to clap buns at the end of the rainbow.
So basically, like I said, it's all a game. You know what I mean?
It's not a game.
You could have just came off and said, like, I just want to fuck. Let this person have the choice to say, yeah, I want to fuck too, or no. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for something more than just fucking.
You can court. You can court for a relationship. You can court for marriage. You can court to get sexual. It's many ways you can court. Who said it's a game? It all depends on what you have to do in order to get to the game, not the game, but to the level that you want. Are we courting for dating? Are we courting to get married? Are we courting to just hump? It's who says that it's a game? It ain't no fun spinning.
So you going through all the courting stages just to have sex? So that means that you're not.
Some people do. Some people spend time and attention and affection and whatever the case is, because in the end they only want relations. They don't want relationships. And then you have some people who don't really care about relations. They want companionship. They want someone to build with, someone to spend their lives with. So courting to them is different. Like if you're courting someone, you're going through everything you can to get to know this person. You're getting to know, you're attentive, you're listening, you're checking in, you're making sure they're okay, you're around, you're doing nice things, you're taking them out, you're really, really, really sitting here getting to know them. That's courting. You're courting because you're interested in getting to know this woman now, or man. But now you're courting because you want to smash.
So what is the process of courting just to smash?
You know, that's a good question.
And please answer. I need to know this. I need to know, like, well, okay, so now what you just explained to me sound like a relationship is going to come in somewhere.
I mean, you would
tell me what courting just to hit.
You could do all the same. You could do all those same things, and then you could hit, and then you could come to the realization that, you know what, we are not a match. We don't have the chemistry. We are not a match. Y'all both can come. Women and men both can do this. They can come to a mutual situation and say, you know what.
But so everything that you explained in the first scenario, you do all of that to hit. what do you think that the other person had? What do you think that you have built the other person?
So what if the other person?
believe?
What if it was the other person that wanted to call it quits?
I mean, I feel like that either way.
We had relations and the other person didn't like it.
But I mean, that goes both ways. You know what I mean? Like,
the other person didn't like it. They didn't like it. They didn't want it. And they just felt like the chemistry wasn't there. They just felt like,
but see, that's what I'm saying.
This
Okay,
is not
so
going to work. Like both, it ain't just the courter. Sometimes it's the courtee that feels like.
but, okay, so you said they feel like the chemistry isn't there.
Yeah.
I don't think that they would go all the way. You know what I mean? I don't think that they would continue to go forward.
People go all the way. People go all the way all the time.
With no chemistry?
I'm talking about the sexual chemistry. Like me and you, we can have physical chemistry, but we don't have too much of a sexual chemistry. You would know what kind of chemistry sexually you're going to have unless you actually have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell someone what type of chemistry is there unless we're doing all the things in order to find out the chemistry. Emotionally, sexually, physically, financially. Like, I have to get a feel for you to know, yeah, it might really be something here. Sometimes it could be emotional. We have an emotional connect, and then all the other connections are dead. Or sometimes it could be a sexual connection, and we really don't have that emotional connection. And it's like, I can't really deal with you if I can't get all of those connections. I can't say I'm 100% fully invested. That's why the courting stage is so important. I can't tell you I'm 100% invested in you if I don't get the mental, the physical, the emotional, the sexual. Everything has to be, and I'm not going to say it has to be 100% on each one, but it has to have some sort of, if we're on A through F, a level of it, they all have to at least be a C.
And that's just a hit?
What do you mean? Like,
or
I can't.
like I don't know. I feel like you explained it to me how people, connect to come into some sort of like real relationship.
Even if we're courting for a relationship.
Now that all makes sense.
If we're courting for a relationship, I have to get all of those elements in one before I feel like, yeah, we gonna do something here. Now, if we're courting just to smash, I at least have to have a physical attraction to you. There has to be something in me for me to court you, in order for me to court you to feel like, yeah, oh, I want to smash her. I want to smash her. So you have to have some type of courting, because some women want it as bad as men do, but women will make you work for it. Some women, it's easy. Me, I don't want it if it's easy. I want it to be easy, but I don't want it to be that easy. I don't want to be able to walk up to you and be like, come on, let's go to a hotel room right now, and you agree to it. I don't want it that easy. You know what I'm saying? I want a little bit of a chase. You know what I'm saying? I want a little bit of a chase. I don't want to just say hello and then we start humping. Like, I've done that. It wasn't nothing exciting afterwards. Like, it wasn't nothing for me to jump up and say, yeah, you gonna be my woman. No, now I'm just looking at you like, all right, we hooked up, we talked, I took you on a date, we humped, in the discussion. That's a courting. Anytime you take someone out, you don't think that's courting? Anytime you take someone out, you're showing interest in them enough to take them out. That's courting.
But what if you have sex before you go out? Did you court that person, or is it just,
I think having sex is a form of courting, because you're showing them what you can do. And what's it gonna be like? What's it gonna be like every time if y'all do decide to get together? You're showing them what it's like. So yeah, it's a form of courting.
I don't even know how to. Okay.
So you're telling me that's not a form of courting, because it's like, okay, she's sexy, she thick as hell, and that pussy is banging. Yo, I'm on it. I'm on it. Like, this is okay. What is court? Courting is I'm going to spend all my time, all my attention is focused on you because I really want to get to know you. You don't think sex is a part of that? If I put it down on you right now, if I give you all this work, that's not a form of courting?
No, because that don't mean that you want to get to know them.
That is a form of courting.
So,
what do you mean?
So you're telling me every person that you
when you have sex with someone, you're getting to know them in a sexual. What?
You're not.
How?
You're not getting to know them.
Oh,
people hook up all day and don't know shit about the person they hooking up with and could care less.
How?
And could care less. So you telling me everybody that
Pussy
you done
talks, what up?
Everybody you done hooked up with, you cared after that? You see what I'm saying? And you said
yes, because
Kendall,
I took
please hang up. You're lying. Just get the fuck.
Listen, you're giving someone the best of you. You're showing them what's it like being with you. Why do you go on dates? Why do you go on dates?
I don't know, for the conversation, for the fun, for the experience. You know what I mean? Like,
why do you go on dates if in the court you just say having sex with someone is not a form of courting? I'm confused as to why you feel that way. Why do you feel that way? Explain.
Kendall, what you just said was when you have sex with somebody, that's showing them that you want to get to know them. That's what you just said.
So when you having relations with someone, you're not getting to know them, you're not getting to know their body, you're not getting to know the ins and outs of them, what they like, what they don't like. Yeah, you are. I'm just saying.
That's right. By the end of it, you done asked her to have your baby. You done came in oh, y'all ready for a whole fucking
That's what I'm saying.
Kendall, shut up. Because you know that shit don't make no sense. It's like, I can't even respond to that. It's just, like, come on, man. That makes no sense.
Listen, I think the art of courting is different than what it was, though. I don't think a lot of dudes put a lot of time and effort into courting anymore because some women in this day of age have made it so easy to just get what they think men want, which is the...
Well, no. I mean, I do think that some women kind of, they don't want it either. You know what I mean? They're courting stuff. Like, I don't think every woman wants that these days. You know what I mean?
Why?
I don't know.
You think there's some women out here that don't want to be courted?
Yeah. It's some women out here that, will fuck a man's whole feelings up. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
Everybody don't want that same thing.
So
some women do.
Women don't want to be wined and dined.
I'm not saying all women, but I'm not saying all women do want to be courted. No, I don't think that, I mean, you can wine and dine people. Yeah, that's fine. But then at the end of the day, maybe she just wants some penis and then you go on about your business. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think
I
don't think it's always that we just make it easy. We make it easy so men don't have to. You know what I mean? In some cases, yes, but then at the same time, women want different things as well. We don't all want the same thing all the time.
Okay, so what do y'all want?
I mean, that's from woman to woman. You know what I mean? It's like
Okay.
All men don't want the same thing. All women don't want the same thing.
Why not?
But why?
I think, honestly, and this is just coming from my perspective, some people, I think courting is cool to a certain extent. Some men don't want to have to go through all the phases of getting to know someone, talking to someone, being around someone. So they feel like, okay, I'm going to throw my money at you. I'm going to throw my weight around at you. And, that's going to eliminate having to go through this long, drawn-out process of getting to know you. And I think a lot of dudes are scared to. I'm not even gonna say scared. I don't think a lot of dudes know what courting is. They don't know what or how to go about courting because a lot of these dudes didn't see their daddy court or they didn't see their dad teach them how to properly engage with a woman. So I think a lot of times the people's definition of courting now is a lot different than it was in the early 90s, in the early 80s, in the 70s, in the 60s. Their definition of courting is different. If I buy you a drink, I'm courting you. If I put gas in your car, I'm courting you. If I took you to the crib and piped you down, I'm courting you.
Well, I feel like in this generation, everybody it's a very selfish generation.
Yeah.
Everybody owe you something. Everybody think that everybody owes them something. You know what I mean? So
I would think that. I've been around that. I've been one of those dudes. I can admit that. I feel like if I did something nice for you, you definitely owe me. She'll say that's how I am right now.
That's how you are now. That's what I was just thinking. Like, when did that change?
No, I think, because, listen, we work hard. Men out here work hard. What I'm saying is, okay, I work hard. Okay?
I don't?
I work hard. No, I'm not referring to you.
I'm saying that, but see, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying in general. That's the first thing people think, you know what I mean? And do you want this or no? You know what I mean? Don't do it because you want something in return. Do it because it comes from the heart. And this is what you desire to do.
I don't know you well enough to know something from the heart, though. You know what I'm saying? If I just met you, I don't know you well enough to want to come from the heart. It's always a catch-22 in this. It's always something. If we're just meeting and I'm willing to be nice to you, it's a catch. I want something. You know what I'm saying? I want something. I don't know you to say I genuinely want to do this from the heart because I just feel like you're so beautiful and I just have to do. No, we don't do that. Maybe down the line, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months into it, and I actually know who you are.
Because now I'm sitting here thinking, like, how the fuck did we end up here? Like, what happened? What transpired that brought us this far and shit? Like, was you like that with me?
Nah, that was genuinely from the heart with you.
Get your ass out of here. You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't even make sense what you're saying. Now I'm thinking like, damn.
Listen. What I'm saying is, and I'm not speaking about me. Dudes, when you first meet a woman, you're not genuinely from the heart doing something because you're genuinely doing it from your heart.
So then
you want something out of this. You want something out of this. And if a dude can feel like, honestly, every woman that they've ever dated, they just did it from the heart, they're lying. They're lying. Not off bat. Not off bat. You don't just genuinely just do something from the heart for someone you don't know that you're trying to court, that you're trying to pursue.
Okay, so then what is it? What is it that you, if every woman you come across, you don't know if you genuinely from the heart want to know this person and you want something, what is it that you can want if there is...
Same thing women want.
What?
Women want something out of the deal too. You think somebody ain't looking at Jay-Z like... You think they looking at Jay-Z because they like his personality and they like, that he dealing with Beyonce? No, they're looking at Jay-Z and they're seeing dollar signs. That's what it is. It's like dealing with any dude in the industry. If you got
every week you can't. Come on now. We're gonna speak on the levels that we at now. Okay, Jay-Z is getting looked at like a dollar sign.
Okay.
Okay, us as everyday people, we not
listen. I had a tough time dealing with people because I felt like, why are you here? What do you want from this? You know what I'm saying? I tell you all the time, people wanted to deal with me because of what I could do for them and not actually see me. You know what I'm saying? So I had this little rule in my mind. I wasn't giving you no money until we was like 6 months in. And that was far as that I meant like paying a bill, getting your hair done, getting your nails done, stuff like that. Just no, I wasn't doing that because I felt like I needed to know who are you really here for me? Why are you here? Why are you here? What? So yeah, I had a 6-month rule as far as giving money. Yeah, we went on dates and things like that, but that was a mutual thing. I wanted
took
to
you 6
eat.
months to give me money.
It took longer.
No, I was giving you money before 6 months, but no, I'm telling you, I'm telling you what it was for me though, because I got tired of getting burnt. I got tired. Some dudes get tired of courting just to run into a dead end. I was one of those dudes. I did the flowers and the whining and the dining to a certain extent. But then it was like I would get in these relationships and then I wasn't buying flowers. I wasn't buying gifts. I wasn't doing any of this because I felt like it is a waste of time. I'm not here. This is not going to work. I don't feel forever with you. So why am I wasting my time buying expensive gifts and going on trips and I never did any of these things. And the reason being is because if my heart is, like you said earlier, if my heart is not into it, then I'm genuinely not doing it for the heart. Like if me taking you to Ruth Chris and getting your nails and your hair done is going to get me what I ultimately want, then okay, I'm gonna do it. But it's like in my mind, I always.
But why do that when you could just simply have the conversation?
I don't want the conversation. In my mind,
I'm saying like just tell her what you want. Why all the lying and you know what I mean?
Who said we lying? Who said we lying? If we both had a conversation over the phone and said, hey, we gonna go out on this date and then we gonna go ahead on and get it in and do
Okay, so
you had that conversation. But now in order for her to even feel not like a cheap skeezer or whatever, you feel like you gotta at least, put some type of effort in, like when you're doing these things, you gotta put some type of effort in and some type of work in it. Like, yo, you at least you don't want a woman to go out feeling all bad for giving her body to you just for nothing. Like, you at least want to show
but ultimately,
decent time.
Because you already know you was here for a good time, not a long time. And ultimately, in the end, no matter how you made her feel in that small moment of time, ultimately in the end, she still gets that same thing.
Yeah, I used to be a savage. Like we would go to this date, but then I had it in my mind like after this date, I'm hitting and she ain't gonna never see me again. These were my intentions, but
you courted her all the way up to it. Oh, girl,
I because you wanted to make her feel good because you were gonna do her so wrong afterwards. Listen,
you see what I'm saying? So, like I said, you do all of this courting just to.
But women do it too.
Now, I'm not saying that women don't.
They go on these dates.
I'm not saying that women don't.
They let these dudes hit, and then they know, like, I have no intentions on seeing this brother again, ever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show him a good time tonight.
I think women are more upfront about it. I mean, myself, because I've had to do things like that, and you know what I mean. I just never seen a reason to, lie about it. Like I can say, like, this is what I want to do.
So you done been on a date and felt like.
No, I've been like, look, no, I don't even want to go on a date. Like, I'm not dating right now, but I do want to have sex right now.
So,
you see what I'm saying?
And you was okay with that.
I initiated it.
So you was okay with that. You didn't care to be courted because you knew
because I did not want to be courted. I did not want to date. I did not want to date this person. Me and this person started talking. He had, he was attractive. Really good conversation. You know what I mean? And
so why go through all the conversation if you knew?
I mean, it was just conversation because we met.
So that's a form of courting, though.
I don't feel like it was a formal courting because I'm not getting down like not to know him. You know him. You know what I mean? It's just
You
a
had a
general
conversation
like-
to know him.
Okay, you know how you could just be like, there's somebody that you know and y'all having a conversation about different topics or whatever, but it ain't nothing really digging into who you are, what you're about.
So
what your
you
life
having
is.
conversations like, is the Packers gonna win today?
Shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then
Gotcha.
you know what I mean? We was like, oh yeah, my kids, this, that, and that. Hey, you know, we doing this for the holiday.
Now, once
and
they
I
start
did-
talking about that, what my kids doing and how many kids I got, like these are.
that could be a very, you know, that could be a very, you know, open conversation too. You know, I mean, yeah, I got kids.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, they like stuff like this. You know, you're not getting deep.
can
Well,
see
she's
that.
6 years old and we take her to bed. You know what I mean? No, none of that.
So you went out there, none of that.
None of that. None of that. So you know what I mean? So he was really cool, you know, kinda into music, but then he was like, well, I'm getting too old for music now, so this is my career
Okay.
now. You know, and I'm like, oh damn, you're not one of them.
So he was a rapper?
No,
Oh.
he beats. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And you know, we
Okay.
laughed about it. We laughed about it because he even went on to let me hear some of his earlier stuff, and he let me hear something that somebody, you know, actually bought for him, and you bought a sample from him and actually used it. You know what I mean? So he was talking about how terrible it was and stuff like that. Never thought anything like, oh, I like this dude, I want to keep talking to him and stuff like that. He was just a nice person. He was attractive, but he was not attractive to the point I wanted to date. You see what I'm saying?
so how did you know? So in other words, he was good enough to smash, but he wasn't good enough to bring home the mama.
I'm not saying that he wasn't good enough. I did not
you
want
didn't
that.
want to explore.
Yes,
if he was
no,
good
I
enough.
did not. And you know what? And it was totally cool. And it stayed cool until
Somebody called feelings.
he wanted it again. And I'm just like, oh man. You know, because then at the same time, I didn't want to.
So you was
go
on
back
a
there.
one night standard.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? It was like, yeah, we could be cool. You know what I mean? We could be cool after that, but I did not, you know, so I just
get it.
feel like for myself, it's just that simple. You don't have to sell the dreams and make them feel good and blah, blah, blah. If y'all can have a conversation enough to get to that point, then you can say at that point, this is what
Yeah.
you want. You know, everybody's feelings ain't got to be all fucked up. People ain't got to feel ghosted. People ain't got to feel like they being gaslit, manipulated, and everything else. We adults here. You know what I mean? Like, today, nobody really care. I'm not going to say nobody. A lot of people do not really get serious with dating. It takes particular people. It takes a lot for people to really get serious about a person.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So why all of that extra shit just to hook up?
Because that's the thrill of it.
So okay, then there's thrill seekers.
I want to show you a good time, man. I don't want to just run straight to the bed. I want to show.
You can still have a good time.
I want to show you a good time. I want to show you.
You can still
I
have a
want to
good time.
give you the
knowing
night
y'all
of
just
your
having a good
life.
time. Yes.
Inside and outside the bedroom,
Yes.
because there's no telling if we'll ever get this moment again. So we have to live life like we here.
That's right. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But just don't call me. You know what I mean? After that, you know what I'm saying? Type of thing. If I'm not if that's not what I want, don't call me after that. Period.
Listen, man. Shout out to everybody. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how we rocking. You got some final thoughts?
You know I don't have final thoughts. That's
Oh.
too on the spot.
Oh, okay. Well, my final thoughts is nobody wins when the family feuds. Nobody wins when the family feuds. And if you're gonna court a woman, let your intentions be known through the door. What exactly it is that you want. Now, you can go through the door and be feeling like, oh, I just want to smash. But then once you start to get to know this person, it might change. You might actually decide, I really want to get to know you.
Yeah, like
So, things
you gonna
change.
be my wife.
Yeah.
Know you. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Facts. Facts.
get your shit together. Know what the fuck you want. Because that's some bullshit. And it's confusing. I ain't got time. I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again.
All right, man, listen. Y'all know what it is. Always betthehouse.com. Support us on Patreon at patreon.com/betthehouse. Buy some merch, betthehousestore.com. And follow us on Instagram at betthehouse podcast 2020 and betthehouse podcast 2022.
Do you got a cologne?
Do I have a cologne?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
On your website?
Nah. But that's a good idea, though. Might get some cooling water on that. Alright, man. Y'all already know what it is. I'm out.
You called it cooling water. You called it cooling water. If
It's
that ain't
cooling
so old
water.